Welcome back to the secret underground lair. On our guitar, I'm now working on the neck. What I'm going to be doing is drilling the holes for the fingerboard, or for the tuning pegs rather, sanding the whole business down with 220 and then applying the frets. And having done that, the neck of the guitar will be ready for final finish. Well, close to final finish. Of course, part of that process is put on the nut and this little cover, but then we'll be ready for final finish. So that's kind of the gist of this video. It's going to be a little bit shorter this week. I have a lot of external appointments that are going to take my attention for a lot of the week, so be a short one, but I hope you enjoy it. Now I'm going to drill a pilot hole the rest of the way through the head. It'll turn the head around and drill the right size hole. There we have holes for the tuning pegs. So I'm just going to clean those holes up just a little bit. Make sure the tuning pegs go in okay, and then we can start doing our sanding. So I've got the pegs in place. I'm happy with the way that looks. What I'm going to do now is just drill the little pilot holes for the screws that keep these from swiveling around. I'll just do that with a hand drill. So with the pegs in position, I'm using a bit that's a little bit bigger than what I want for the pilot hole, but I'm just going to touch the wood with this slightly larger bit, so that when I put that tiny bit in, it won't wander around in the hole, it'll actually be centered. Now I can go in with a very small. Okay, we're now ready for fine sanding of the entire neck. dust out of these little slots. Using some wire cutters to cut these frets. Hopefully that'll work. And it does. And these are going to have to be tapped in a little bit. Make sure I get a good fit. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut all of the frets to size. So that's all of the frets cut in place, cut and put in place. What I'm going to do now is going to just kind of finish off the one end of this fret. You can see that it's, of course, it gets crimped a bit as I run it through the my wire cutters. So I'm just going to kind of finish off this end a little bit. That way, I'll only have one end to cut off and file a lot once the frets are put onto the fretboard. So I'm just going to do this one at a time. Just over on my sander, the belt sander, the benchtop belt sander, and clean it up. By the way, shout out to John today. He's getting a hip replacement, so wish him all the best as he goes through that process. Hopefully that will relieve a lot of discomfort that he currently has. Alrighty, off to the belt sander. So here's the process that I found is working best for fret wire. I'm actually bringing out my fret saw. Many of you are probably wondering, why didn't you use that in the first place? It's a good question. But with the track, or the slot rather, cut with the CNC, I know exactly where I need to be, so that's helpful. And then I'm just going the depth of the blade. I'm more or less just kind of clearing out anything that may be in that slot. So hardly any work there at all. I'm taking the fret and giving this just a gentle bend. I should have bent this fret wire while it was some length. That way it would have had a more consistent curve to it. But I'm just bending that ever so slightly, just to conform to the curvature of the fretboard itself. Doing a quick check, I can see that that's sitting flat. Now I'm putting some CA glue in the slot, and I'm not expecting the CA glue necessarily to bind to the fret. But what I am expecting the CA glue is to bind to the wood and fill in the little gaps between the tangs on the fret itself. So kind of, when the fret sits in that slot, it will force the glue into the tangs and make a much tighter fit. It's sitting in there very well. Okay, the frets are now in the fretboard. I'll need to go and trim the edges off all of the frets, file them down, and then sand in between the frets to remove the glue strips. first a bite of lunch. This bastard file to get these smoothed down to the surface of the purfling. And our fretboard has now got all the frets put in place. So I'm going to put the tuning pegs back on. They'll come off, of course, when I do the final finish, but I'm going to put the tuning pegs on, put the neck on the body of the guitar so that we can start to see how the saddle will line up. So that's the look of the guitar with the neck attached and fretboard and pegs. I have the saddle sitting here, but I clearly have some work to do on the saddle. First of all, it's too wide, so I'm going to have to trim it down quite a bit to make it fit a little better. But it also sits quite high, so the strings are going to follow this trajectory. So going up to that saddle, we're way high. But I don't want to make it that low either. So I'm going to have to make some adjustment to the neck down here, where I'm going to have to actually do some work and probably put a little more of a taper on here so I can get the neck to tilt a little bit more this way. So a little bit of work to do here. This neck adjustment is going to be a little tricky, but I believe it's going to be necessary. But we're one step closer. So I'm going to call that a video for this week. It's a short one, sorry. Lots of stuff happening this week though. But thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.